Lacrosse Program Director and Varsity Head Coach. Thanks for tuning in. Please comment if you have any questions about the video or have suggestions for future content. Most importantly, be sure to like and subscribe.
Hey guys, Coach Grimm here. Today we're going to be going over General Drill. General Drill is a deconstructed version of our crease slide with a high fill. We break it down into 4 parts. The first part being a one-on-one, second part adding a crease slide, third part adding a 2 slide, and the fourth part going over our recovery. Breaking down into 4 simple parts really helps the players not get overwhelmed with throwing a new slide package at them. Hope you'll enjoy. This is how we set up the drill. It starts off with part 1 being a one-on-one from a top corner. We put these cones in to help the defensive players see if they're letting a player too far in so they can get comfortable with the field. We usually have hash marks from a football field, but cones work just as well. We have an offensive and defensive player. Everyone plays offense and everyone plays defense. We don't care about position in this drill. The offensive player starts to dodge on the defensive player. The defensive player's job here is to not let the offensive player get topside first. That's our number 1 priority, is taking away topside. We want to force him down the alley. The second part of the defensive job here is to control the offensive player's momentum. We're not trying to stop the momentum. This is a big part to our defense. A lot of players come out and they try to stop the player in their tracks. They try to be a lockdown defender when they simply just can't be a lockdown defender every single time. It's more about controlling their momentum and forcing them into a double team where we can get the ball on the ground. Right here you can see the defensive player is right on his backside, forcing him down the alley and not letting him go across this line. The biggest part about him being on the back foot is that he does not allow a rollback. If we allow a rollback, the slide will miss his slide and we will now have sent an extra slide for no reason. Right here is a great spot to get the player. The player, if he were to go underneath, has a terrible angle for a shot and we would have a slide there, as long as we do not allow a rollback. Let's go see what it looks like in the film. Here you can see the defender is taking away topside. Forces the offensive player down the alley, tries to roll back, doesn't let him, controls his momentum the whole time. Forces him down the alley. Offensive player rolls, gains leverage on him, and gets an inside angle. The defensive player should have pushed him out more. On this one, the offensive player tries to get topside. The defender controls the momentum the entire time.
Cool.
This is the second part of our drill. It is now a 2-on-2. We have added a defender on crease and an attackman on crease. This player will be at the slide. As this player dodges down, this defender's job is to make sure he does not roll back as it was practiced before. This player right here is going to be sliding. Right here he is hedging. He is giving himself a more positive angle for his slide. If he does not do this part, his angle for the slide, every step this player takes down lower and lower is a worse and worse angle. And it gets to the point where if he doesn't hedge at all, he'll be taking a perpendicular angle towards the dodger and probably miss his slide. Right here you can see this small amount kept at a positive angle for his slide. This defender is doing a good job not letting this player roll back. When the player goes in for the slide, he does not stop until he makes contact with the player. We do not want to see our players stop right before and then play them. We want to make them make contact first. Another part of it is this slider right here's job is to push this offensive player back upfield. This defender on the backside's job is to push the player downfield, creating a pinch. This is where we get the ball on the ground. Once this defender has taken full control of this player, he will call peel. This is where the player here peels back to the crease to cover the crease man. The peel always goes to crease, and we'll learn more about that later in the next part. Now we have a crease slide. He hedges, gets a positive angle, and gets the slide off. They do not hold the double long enough on this one. Right here is a great example of a slogan we have in our defense Dripping Springs. They have to earn the slide. The dodger does not create separation, does not create a threat, does not earn the slide. Rolls over the top, almost gets a quick double team, re-dodges, slide is there. Forces him down the alley, rolls him around for a quick double team. This is the third part of our drill. We now have two lines up top. We have a midi and a defender right here, a midi and a defender right here, and a midi and attackman right here, or defender and attackman right here. This player will dodge with the ball, creating a slide. When the player slides up, this player will peel off towards the crease. While this player was sliding, this is the two slide coming down to help out on crease. We see that this player passes over to here. This is where the two slide came from. That's very important. When the player passes to where the two slide came from, we cannot peel off like we would normally. We would have to call a bump. And this is an example of a bump. A bump is when the player peeling off goes to crease and sends the two slide who just got there back up to his man. This is faster than sending this player all the way over here. And we'll see more examples of that in the film. Once it gets up here, it starts right again. It's a continuous drill. This player dodges, slide is hedging, two slide sloughing in. Slide goes, two slide. The peel goes to crease, bumping this player back up to his man because the pass went to where the two slide came from. And now we're back to here and we can start another part of the drill again. Now we have a crease slide and a two slide. Notice there's a bump because the pass is being thrown to where the two slide came from. Bumps the crease back up to his man. Two slides there ready, sloughed in. No slide needed. Dodges, slide comes, two slides there, bumps the two slide back up to his man.
Go! High. Stay. Two. Sit back there. Two. Yeah, Brad. Yeah, fire. Deal. Boom. Over. Good. Go down. Perfect. Okay, so now.
This is the final part of our drill. Same thing as before, we have a 3-on-3, but now we added a player and a defender at X, making it a 4-on-4. This player will dodge. Same thing as before, the slide will hedge over, two slide will slough in. Now the slide goes, two slide comes in. This is the part that's different. The offensive player passes to X instead of where the two slide came from up top. This creates a U-turn, or we call a Utah, and not a bump. Since the player passed to X, the peel now has time to get all the way over to this man without causing a threat. First thing he goes to crease, and the crease defenseman will point him in the direction of where he needs to go and call Utah. This player will now run and play defense on that man. Same thing from X. If X dodges, crease is hot, he's hedging over. This is the two slide, the opposite side, high fill, will be sloughing in. Once this player dodges, he slides, two slide. This player does not pass to where the two slide came from. He passes up, so we Utah. Player right here goes to crease. The crease defender points him in the direction of where he needs to go, and he goes all the way up there to cover that man. Let's watch some film on that. Now we add the X player. He passes forward, which creates a Utah. Notice he does not bump the two slide back up to his man. Here it is again. No slide needed. Ball is down.
Don't throw any checks, guys. Yeah, I just want to get through. Two.
Dodge, slide, passes forward, Utah. Notice how the crease player is pointing the defender where to go. This is what general drill looks like with all four parts put together. We started off with a 1-on-1, we added a crease slide, we added a 2 from up top, and then we added the recovery of a Utah or a bump. I hope you enjoyed this video, I hope you learned something. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.
Hey guys, I've been using Lacrosse Lab to make all these videos. It's so easy. If you want to save 10% off your first 3 months, go to lacrosselab.com/drip.